What is good, y'all? I'm gonna just do a quick recording while I'm multitasking here. Just dropping some stuff off between bases. Just go to Rampaging Pal somewhere where it was low level, unfortunately. That's what I like about the Rampaging Pal spawn point by my house. This base is it's normally a high level Alphadrin that gives 3 to 4 cores, which is pretty cool. So I just wanted to talk about really quickly what to expect from my channel content-wise. What kind of content is going to be coming from my channel? Ooh, which base? I think I know which base. I would like to see what kind of visitor, what kind of content, and what kind of quality content, because I've been wanting to record some of the gameplay across multiple different games I've been playing for a while now, but I just keep telling myself, not yet. Yeah, I figured it was this base, and I figured it was a level 1 merchant. Bummer. I don't really need anything from this guy. I've got a couple merchants like this already. But I kept telling myself, nah, the videos will come out like unwatchable, absolutely just unmanageable, just unwatchable. Can't watch it, can't enjoy it at all. I kept thinking that was how the videos were going to come out, but I've done a couple recordings, and with my headphone mic, and even without it, even my webcam mic, they're coming out pretty good. And even with the CPU-GPU combo I have right now, it's just like a Ryzen 7 and like a 7900, something pretty mid-tier, and then the GPU is a Swift 7900 XT, I think, or something like that. Or I just said 7900 twice. Maybe the GPU is a 9700. I don't know. It's a lot of numbers, and I built it like 2 years ago, so I kind of forget. But this all just goes to say, I didn't really have enough processing power for the GPU or the CPU that I wanted to record and do editing and streaming and things like that. But the more and more I play games and spend time on my computer, I'm finding myself sad that I don't always have something to show for it. I spent a lot of time on Minecraft on my laptop, and I know how to use OBS on my laptop, and I've made some recordings before on my laptop, and I just had so many cool things on my Minecraft world. I wish I could have been able to record just to look back on. Even for myself, I had like a really cool storage room that was just themed Ender and Nether, the Ender world and the Nether world. So I used a bunch of End bricks and like Purpur bricks to make one room, and then I used a bunch of the End tree wood, the red and the blue wood, and a bunch of things like that to make the other storage room, and they both like automatically sorted themselves. It was really cool. And then I made a villager hall that was really cool. I just don't really have a record of any of it, because when I transferred from gaming on my laptop to gaming on my PC, this is a PC, for some reason I just haven't been able to switch the data over yet from Minecraft only. Every other game transferred perfectly, but for some reason I just haven't really been able to access Minecraft as a game. I can't even open it on this PC, and it's been like 10 months, 8 to 10 months since I've last tried, to be fair. So I could try again, but it was just giving me a lot of issues and I couldn't figure it out. And it's definitely a lack of knowledge issue. If I understood computer software technology better and saving and copying and pasting data and things, I know, I'm sure it's just putting it onto a hard drive and moving it over, but I was having a lot of issues getting it from the laptop to the hard drive and the hard drive to my PC. So anyways, I just wish I could have had some of that recorded, so even if I can't play Minecraft and I can't access that world anymore, it'd be nice to look back on it. Therefore, I have started to record PAL World, and I think I would like to start sharing some of these videos for a couple of reasons, which is, all of this is important. It's relevant it's relevant to what to expect from this channel and kind of what I expect as an audience, what you guys can expect maybe from me as a creator, and what I could expect from anyone who decides to watch as an audience. So this is an expectations video, I guess. And yeah, so I've started to record some of the things I'm doing, and what kind of content can you guys expect from me. Very rarely. I play Fortnite and Predecessor and Dead by Daylight and a couple other games. Downloaded Marvel Rivals, but I never played it. So there's a couple games that I play. I'm not very good at PC games. I've always been like a handheld console gamer or a phone gamer, funny enough. I never even got into Xbox and PlayStation too much. So right now I'm really enjoying PC games. You couldn't really AFK your world on Minecraft on an Xbox. You'll set that thing on fire, but on this console you can AFK overnight in real life, which is really nice. I think my system has been on 331 hours, 59 minutes, and 52 seconds right now. So yeah, consecutively, it has not been turned off. So a lot more power on this thing. So I've been playing my PC games and having fun. So those are the kind of games you can expect from me. And what kind of content you can expect from me is definitely some slightly low quality content. I mean, I don't know what you guys consider the mic that I'm using right now, but eventually I would love to have like a $5 mic and a freaking $5,000, did I say $5 mic? $500 mic, I hope I said that. And then like a $5,000 PC, you know, some type of, what did I just pick up? Alright, some type of large upgrade to my PC and my microphone so that I can share videos in extremely high quality, and then by then I'm sure I'll be a little bit better at editing as well, so I can start just putting more effort into these videos and making them higher quality as well, so that I'll have more of a reason to share with the community. But this video right now is just to let you guys know that, has he been reloading that? Has he been firing that? We've been firing this thing? How do I check the health? Anyways, I'm a pretty casual gamer. I know I say that as I have a recovery base with some cool pals in there, and then I'm going to go back to my super nice base. But this world has like over 2,000 days on it, because I learned how to play from square one. Man, I spent like the first 1,000 days cutting down trees by hand and, you know, mining rocks by hand and mining stuff with pals and AFKing overnight on like rocks, instead of, you know, creating a bunch of hyper efficient assembly lines and pals that are also hyper efficient and things like that. So I know this world is like 2,000 days old, but I've definitely wasted a couple, maybe 1,000 of those days, you know, just learning to play the game, not really knowing how to be efficient, and then just genuinely not knowing that, you know, instead of getting 5 palladium at a time shooting palladium rocks, you should probably just create a crusher and water some stone to make palladium. So lost a lot of time doing things like that and learning, but that's all just to make the point. I'm a pretty casual gamer. I'm definitely not going to be doing anything like, oh, hardcore 100 days challenge, this and that. But, you know, if I started to build a community that wanted to start requesting challenges and things like that, I'm not opposed to challenges, but I just want to throw that out there. I'm a pretty casual gamer, you know. I'm doing one thing at a time, and if I have not yet, because this will probably be the first video. I'm moving very slow. Like the very first Xenolord raid I did, I waited until I had 30 fully condensed, perfect passives, sold out, you know, high potential Bastigors, you know. I made sure I was going to be overly prepared because I wanted to defeat the Xenolord with ease, you know, and not have any struggles. And I've just been doing a bunch of grinding on like salvaging the treasures out at sea so that I could have a bunch of legendary schematics. Just little stuff like that have been a long and slow grind, but because I'm not a super good gamer, I'm not very good at gaming, stuff like this is really helpful to improve my gaming experience. Makes it a lot easier on me to play the game when I've done some slow grinds and some AFKs. But yeah, I'm kind of just doing what I want, to be 100% honest. These are mostly supposed to be for me. I would like a record of my own gameplay, and if I could, share it with the community, and especially if I could get some helpful criticism. I forgot which YouTuber I was watching, but they were sharing something that was helpful in their video, like a PAL partner skill or something, I believe, and they were just complaining about, man, it's so hard to get cavern mushrooms. I wish there was another way to get cavern mushrooms rather than walking in and out of caves like once an hour. It's such a slow grind. And I immediately went to the comments to be like, dude, you can send expeditions. One of the expeditions rewards cavern mushrooms. And I checked the comments, and there was already 10 plus comments that had also said that, or had said that before me, so I didn't end up saying it. And he ended up thanking so many of the comments, replying to them personally, like, oh my god, I can't believe I never noticed this. How am I just now finding this out? And things like that, you know? So if I could have that, a similar experience, you know, if I'm doing something one way, like, oh my goodness, there's going to be a video I'm going to share that I'm thinking about sharing, and I'm moving eggs into the incubator, like one at a time. I'm going doop, 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 doop. For anyone who doesn't know, there's a set all button. So I'll probably demonstrate that right now, but just little things like that really encourage me to share to the community, because if I can get some constructive criticism and people can help me become better at this game and make this game easier on me, and I can do more fun things, then why would I not do that? That sounds like a bunch of positives to me. So I used to go like this. Let's see, I'll go over here, one at a time, and click them in. But if you were unaware, there's a button right here that will take any eggs you have in your inventory and move them over all at once. So, you know, if I could have learned that a little bit earlier, that would have been nice. Just little things like that. But that's one reason I would like to start sharing to the community. And then, what else? What quality of content and what type of content. So, you know, I play Predecessor sometimes, but I probably don't plan to play Ranked. And if I do play Ranked, I think I'm Silver. And then I think for Fortnite, I don't play a ton of Ranked, and when I do play Ranked, I'm Gold. Pretty sure I'm Gold or Silver. I'm pretty low rank. And then Dead by Daylight, yeah, I play that with the homies sometimes, and if there is a rank, I was unaware. I didn't even know about it, so yikes, that's tough. But let me think, what other games do I play? Oh, I've played a little bit of Balloons Tower Defense, and that game has been extremely fun in the past. I haven't played it lately. I've just been busy playing a lot of Palworld, so I might share some Balloons Tower Defense 6 and Geometry Dash in the future. And again, I'm just not a super high-level gamer. I'm not a top 1% gamer. I'm not doing challenges. So I'm just doing things that are fun to me and pretty casual. So like this base took several days, like almost a week in real life, of 2 to 3 hours each day. Maybe 4 even. Maybe I'm being generous. Maybe I played this game 4 hours a day. The actual playing time, actual building things and putting it in place. But it took several days. It took a lot of thought. It took a lot of effort, and it's not even close to being complete. I'm still working on it. And then same thing with the raid bosses. I still haven't even beaten all the raid bosses. So I'm really taking my time to beat the raid bosses. I've just now unlocked and beaten Xenolord Ultra. And I still need to beat Felon War Liberial Ultra. And then I have not even fought Blazamut Ryu yet. So I need to fight Blazamut Ryu and Blazamut Ryu Ultra. But again, I'm just a really casual gamer. I'd like to take my time and really slowly approach some of these giant challenges. Oh yeah, and the Moonlord. I love to fight the Moonlord because I think you get a chance at getting the schematic, and that's the only schematic I don't have in the entire game. I was just looking at that. See, I just got the wire fence today, so I have one of it, and then I have one of everything else, if not more. And then I just recently got a laboratory desk as well, so Moonlord is the last one. But again, to the point I was making, I'm just a really relaxed, casual gamer, so I take things pretty slowly. I'm definitely happy to take suggestions and try things out, but mostly this is a channel where I'm going to be sharing how I do it. I'm not even recommending what's the best way for other people to play their Palworld, to breed their pals, or things like that. This is just how I game and what my experience has looked like with this game, and I just wanted to share that. And even if nobody watches it, I would really like to have a record of that for myself, some videos to look back on, because I had a desert base, and I ended up tearing it down because I wanted to build other bases for other things, so I didn't want that desert base taking up space because I wasn't using it anymore. But I spent so much time in that base, and I got so much done at that base that it had some sentimental value to me, and I wanted to keep that base in some way or another. And the way I ended up being able to keep it was I took a recording of the base and I gave a little bit of a tour of it before I tore it down. I gave a tour of the base before I tore it down. It's a bit of a tongue twister. But I just, I wish I would have done that with my very first base over here. This is where I very first started the game. I had a base right here in this little fountain area, I think, this water area, because the base was slightly in water. And I wish I would have just had some recordings and some evidence of that base. So even if no one ever watches these videos that I share them with, no one ever comments, oh, why did I click on something? Stop, nice. No one ever comments any helpful evidence or anything like that, that would be completely fine. I would be very happy just to have some of these memories immortalized in record, if you will. But, so that's what kind of content you could, oh, he finally left, that's for a really long time. That's what kind of content you could expect from this channel. Just some pretty low-level content. I mean, I am beating the game, if you guys saw, I've got all these guys beat, and then I've beaten every POW in the game. I've beaten every boss in the game, human in the game, I guess. Those aren't bosses, these are bosses. And then I've beaten every boss in the game. I just need to beat the last two on hard mode. So Bjorn and Bastagor, I have not beat them on hard mode because, again, I really like to take my time with these things. I'm a chill gamer, and my Blazemut does not have perfect potential stats yet. So I think I just got his defense to perfect, and his health is pretty far off, and I think his attack is 1 away, maybe 2 away. So once I get this Blazemut perfect, then I'll probably take him in there against that Bastagor and Bjorn. And then same thing with Jetragon. I think I'm probably going to breed a brand new Jetragon just to go fight Saya and Saline. So very, very chill gamer. I don't, I don't like it being too difficult. I would rather the difficulty be in the grind and then just go absolutely whoop on a boss in hard mode. But the good thing about that is that does leave me some content for the future. I do need to record beating Saya and Saline on hard mode and Bjorn and Bastagor on hard mode, which will also unlock me that Steam achievement, which will be one step closer to having all the Steam achievements on this game. So, giving myself a little bit of credit, I am pretty good at, flying around on the map and marking things on the map. I am pretty good at beating all the pals and taking my time to grind, but I'm just not a super high octane gamer, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. And to get back to what kind of quality content you can expect, I'm not a super high octane gamer, so you don't probably not going to hear me screaming a lot or getting super excited or being very loud or anything like that. And I'm probably not going to do any super high edited videos that have, a lot of edits in them that are super funny and super entertaining and things like that. I think I'll get better and better eventually at editing as time goes on, maybe. And I'll try to make the videos more entertaining in that way, but oh geez, man. Stuff lags so bad around these accumulators. And I think that's kind of helpful to display their power, but man, maybe if you didn't display the power, it wouldn't be so laggy. But anyways, most of my videos have been kind of 30 minutes to an hour because I'm a little bit more of a slow-paced gamer anyways. I do things pretty slow, and I just like to take my time and whatnot. So probably, as you guys can tell, I've been rambling for 20 minutes explaining what kind of content I would like. I need to drink some water. My voice is cooked. I'm probably going to be saying that a lot. I definitely said that a couple times in another recording, but I'm just not... Oh, whoops, I forgot to deliver those. That's what I was supposed to do. I'm just not used to talking a lot. But that's the kind of content you can expect. Just pretty slow-paced videos. Probably pretty good videos to fall asleep to, honestly, if you didn't want to watch them very closely and you kind of just wanted to hear my voice in the background. If I end up being pretty calm in these videos, or if I have a soothe voice to anyone, those would all be reasons to listen to my voice as you fall asleep or do chores, or if you're at work, something where you can't use your hands and you can't watch the video, but you can listen to it in your AirPods or something. I know people who have got a situation like that, or maybe if I had a long drive home, maybe I can provide you some entertainment just in the form of listening. Or if you're on the bus, then you could watch, I suppose, or in an Uber, you got a Tesla, you're a fortunate guy, fortunate pal. fortunate gal, whatever you are. But yeah, just slower paced videos that are going to be 30 to 45 minutes. And then when I built this, it was this recovery base, pretty slow paced, pretty chill, not super quick, not super highly optimal. I'm not a super high level gamer. This is just what happened to be my first rendition of a recovery base, you know. So there's a lot of wasted space over here. I used wooden walls instead of iron. I didn't, you know, space things out as optimally as I probably could have, but you know, I just wanted to make a little recovery base to enjoy the game more, to be able to farm raids faster. So I did a little bit of a low effort recovery base, and I might slowly improve it over time. And I think that's kind of going to be the theme of the channel. I wanted to start sharing some videos, so I started doing some low effort recordings, and I started sharing them, and I might slowly improve over time. So that's probably going to be the theme of the channel. I think I'm just about done explaining the content and the quality of content I would like to share on this channel. A couple of PC games. I would definitely take recommendations. Maybe I would try out new games. But I definitely want to share games that I'm going to be spending a lot of time on. Maybe I should have mentioned that pretty early on in the video. I've played a decent amount of Power World. Most of the hours are AFK because I leave it on overnight in real life so that I can have an abundance of resources. But most of the games I want to share on this channel would be games that I spend a lot of time on. That's why I mentioned Minecraft earlier, because I had a lot of progress and cool things to show for that time I had spent, and I would just like to share that with some people, I think. And this is a world I have a lot of progress and cool things to share for the time that I've spent. So I think I'm a little bit skilled on Geometry Dash. Not as good as I've seen people these days. People really good on Geometry Dash nowadays, but I used to... Oh, he did shoot a little bit. That's hilarious. But I think I might share some Geometry Dash because I find that game very cool, and just to have some variety in the channel. But probably just going to be sharing games that I have progress to show for and that I spend a lot of time on. Maybe one Fortnite match here and there, one predecessor match here and there, Dead by Daylight match here and there, but probably mostly going to be grindy games like Power World or maybe some Geometry Dash sessions. So, any more closing thoughts, concerns, comments? Damn, there's more free PAL Alliance boobs up there. It's kind of annoying. I've shared the type of content and the quality of content pretty well. I think I've explained that pretty well, or at least explained what I was trying to explain. I would like to see, is there anything else I would like to share? I think I got all the thoughts out on this recording that I wanted to, because I would like to post this recording so everyone has a good idea of what to expect from this channel, so that I can start sharing all the other recordings that I can start posting the other recordings, because I've already got quite a few. So I would like to start sharing them to maybe get some constructive criticism or feedback or just growth. I kind of mentioned that a little bit earlier, but man, I really learned this game from the ground up. This is a multiplayer server, and there used to be 4 people on this server, and the 2 other people that introduced us to this game used to just do stuff for us. So like, I didn't know how to do so many things, so I really learned how to play this game from the ground up. And just doing things like putting the egg into the incubator super slowly versus now I know how to set all, and just really small things like that. But I've just, you know, grown so much and learned how to be so much better at this game. I just wish I would have captured a little bit more of my growth. So I think that was the last thing I wanted to say. Capture a little bit more of my journey while I'm gaming. I guess that's part of the content you can expect from this channel. Just my gaming journey, nothing crazy even, but yeah, I think that's my expectations video. I think I don't have anything else to say. As always, I appreciate anyone who has watched. I hope you all have a good day as always, and I'll be catching you on the next one. Peace out and GG's.